Hello guys and welcome to another episode of my Tokugawa campaign for Total War Shogun 2. Hope you all had a good Easter. If you celebrated, hope you didn't eat too many chocolate eggs. If you did, make sure you exercise it all off. But this is not a exercise DVD, this is a Total War Shogun 2 campaign. Now if you remember last time we left off, moving into take North Shinano over here with this small force which includes our Daimyo, and it's a fairly large army that's in there, and I don't want to risk unnecessary casualties, so I'm just going to siege it out, although because as you can see some of my units are depleted. It does mean that my campaign against the Takeda is slowing down, but I'm going to save more units that way. I'm also heading for Hitachi over here and taking the fight to the Usesugi. Just to resolve that, peacefully occupy, exempt the taxes and repair that building. And at the end, when I ended that turn, the Usesugi army attacked me. That includes a Daimyo in it, I believe. Usesugi Ujitsun, yeah, something like that. So what I'm going to do is just take that army and relieve that garrison. How many turns? Has 2 turns till surrender. So that should be able to save those there. And also the Hattori took out Owari, but I am at peace with them. So that is all good. It's just acquired some craft goods from that. And we finished construction on another market, added to our income a bit more. Let's just see if we can get any trade routes with anyone. We can get one with the Tokugawa, so I'll give them a go. See if they demand. Nope, I'm not paying that much money, to be honest. It's a bit of a waste. They're the only other ones I can trade with at the moment, but no worries.
Welcome. I'm here to listen and to seek a worthy outcome to our decision.
Yeah, it's just the same proposal. Okay, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because my income isn't too bad. Let's just move this army straight out, I reckon. I'll leave 1 unit of archers and continue this fast-paced campaign against Usesugi. And I'm just going to keep moving my ninja up over here and try to find what sort of forces they may have lurking. And that's pretty nice, actually. That is the Date clan has declared war on the Usesugi. The Date clan control these provinces up here. I know that because that's what the starting position in previous games. So the Usesugi are now going to be fighting a 2-front war. One front which is against me. So that is good news on my part. It means it'll be easier to take out. I'm just going to see what sort of economic buildings I can construct. I think I'll get some roads constructed in our capital. Or post stations. They just basically increase movement speed, and then it sort of helps out trade, does all sorts of stuff. It's really good, and it also has an extra replenishment rate there as well. So if you're not sure about any of these buildings and what they do, if you just hold the mouse over them and it gives you a little sort of information screen on the left hand side there. You can also right click it, which brings up the encyclopedia, and then you can gives you a lot more detailed information on it and gives you a description, and just a nice little feature. So I'll build those roads there. Don't have any money to recruit anything, so I'll just end this turn. And I'll check out how many turns that North Shinano will take until they surrender. So I'm not besieging them for too long, because, you know, it is stalling my invasion. It does give the Takeda some time to build up forces, but at the end of the day it's helping me.
Armed with the deadly Naginata.
And that is Naginata Samurai that we have just recruited, and I recruited those guys. Oops, wrong one. In Kai. So I'll move those guys up and reinforce that army. Where did I have a concealed army? There. I'm too bothered about that. Just gonna move my ninja around. It does not look like they have much Usesugi. They are looking pretty weak, to be honest. Let's just see what I have taxed at the moment, or exempted from tax. Have this province here. Yep, they're fine. This province here. Keep them on for a bit longer. And this province here. So as you can see, that brings up my wealth quite a lot. Taxes is the highest income of wealth in this game, I think you'll find, because, you know, the larger population you have, the larger the town grows, the more money you're going to gain from them, and it's just a matter of controlling more provinces to gain it. But don't put all your eggs into one basket and rely completely on taxes, because you're not going to do well. Because you do really need to have trade routes and everything going on. So we have the Usesugi Daimyo and the son and heir of Usesugi. So let's go ahead and fight this battle, and I'll see you guys on the campaign map. Okay, here we are on the campaign, on the BAS map, sorry, and the battle is just kicking off. Now, I had finished researching Way of the Bow, so I now have flaming arrows for Ashigaru units as well as the samurai units, so let's see how well that works. I've deployed my men in an easy position and just put them in a shield wall. Hopefully the AO charge it, and not dismount the troops. But they should, my Yari Ashigaru unit should perform pretty well, and I do have my archers firing upon them, taking out quite a few, and there goes the AI. Just getting destroyed there. See that little building in the background? Yeah, so that isn't exactly brilliant. I should probably get my archers to stop firing, but it's not too bad. A quick way to get your units to halt doing whatever is simply by pressing the delete button, and that will just stop them, and it will also take them off fire at will mode as well. But I'm just going to have them shooting and try and take out as many of them as possible as they run away. It's a short battle, but it was worth showing just to take out the general. So I'll see you guys back on the campaign map. Like I said, short battle, but here are the results screen. I only lost 7 men. I reckon I only killed 1 of my men with arrows. If you have a look, they only killed 6 of my men, although I did lose 7, meaning that 1 of my guys have been shot by myself. But not to worry. Unfortunately, their Daimyo is still alive, and I don't have the movement points to chase them, but I do with this guy. So I'm just going to go ahead and fight this, and see you guys. Actually, I think I'll just auto-resolve it and see what the AI does. Lost 5 men, but killed their general. So it's all good. Put those guys back in there, and then I can take them over to Shimoza. I have a choice, because this is a fairly small Ashigaru unit, but can reinforce either one of these armies. I think I'll just take him up and reinforce this guy over here, fighting the Usesugi, because this army is fairly powerful. It's got some pretty powerful units in it. But I just need to remember to change my mastery of the arts. So what am I looking at doing? Let's see. What does that do? Lacure workshops, I think that says. Master Bowmaker, Bland Consolidation, minus 20% costs for Metsuke actions. That could come in handy actually. I'm going to research then so I can build a Buddhist temple, because temples will lead to being able to build monasteries, and then you can start recruiting warrior monks, as long as you have an archery dojo or a Naginata dojo already built to recruit Naginata and bow monks. So let's just find out what to spend my money on. think I'll build some roads there, because they only had dirt trails, and then save up the rest of my money to build something a bit bigger next time. Ah yes, 2 turns till surrender. So I think the AI will sally forth. But, you know, besieging a settlement always pays off because these units are losing men. Actually besieging them because, you know, they're not getting food or anything to them. So let's just end that turn. And here comes the AI to fight. So let's just see what they have here. Only 3 units of bow. I have 3 units as well, but I do have a bow samurai, so I think I have superior missile force. They do have a superior cav force. Though I do have these Yari cav, but I don't think they're going to do too much. Yeah, it should be a pretty easy battle. So see you guys on the battle map. Okay, here we are on the battle map. Did miss the general speech because they attacked us. I didn't get the chance. It just started going straight away, so I didn't bother playing it halfway through. But let's get my men set up. Press Control M and that selects all my missiles. Put them all into loose formation. I'm sure there's a Shift plus L, is that? Shift plus I. No. Don't know. To get them into loose. Oh, Shift plus 1. There we are. So if you're wondering how to shortcut for loose formation, it is Shift plus 1. But you can change any settings, keyboard settings, by simply going into the menu and selecting controls. But let's just get my infantry set up. I'll put these. Did my Yari don't actually do what I told them to do? Nope. I put these on my right flank and have my Yari cavalry on my left. My general set up behind. Group my army, and let's kick this off. Because remember, grouping an army allows you to move it forward whilst it's still in deployment like this. So I can move them, and they're going to stay however I deployed them, which is always nice. But let's move them up to about this position. The AI is going to be pretty aggressive considering it's attacking me, so I need to get myself prepared into a nice defensive position, I think, for this battle. So let's just move up a bit more. By the way, if you want to know how to get your missiles to fight in melee, it's just like in